Howdy, y'all. My name is Chuckles Clown, and welcome back to my, I'm so sorry about that, y'all, to my channel. And I'm not sure if this is going to be an actual video or a just voiceover around some INDYCAR, but today, I'm not going to be making my preseason predictions. That will be tomorrow. Today, I'm going to talk about what are the crown jewels in INDYCAR, because I think it's a very good question. INDYCAR has some of the most historic races in all of motorsports, the most historic race, the greatest race in all of motorsports. Then it also has Thermal Club. Definitely not a crown jewel there. I mean, it's a cool idea, not a great one. But yeah, what are the greatest races? I'm gonna do 4, sort of like what NASCAR does, and I think there's 3 definitive currently. First, I'm going to start off with the obvious. The Indianapolis 500. This year, we're having our 109th running. It is the greatest spectacle in racing. All across the world, it is known. The sport of INDYCAR is known for that one race. I don't think I need to go in any more detail than that. That is just plain old fact. But then, you have another one that is huge, and drivers just want to win this race. And that is the Long Beach Grand Prix. And I think what I'm going to try to do, I think we have to have one of each type of track, road, street, oval at least. And I think that INDYCAR has done that naturally. Because with Long Beach Grand Prix, that is a street course through the streets of Long Beach, 50 years strong this year. Now INDYCAR has officially bought the rights there, meaning that is an INDYCAR race. If INDYCAR decides, no, we do not want IMSA here anymore, they can do that. They'd have to cooperate with Long Beach. But INDYCAR won't do that. INDYCAR is very charitable, I guess, which isn't the right word, because IMSA is just amazing, and who wouldn't want IMSA to be there? But it's just amazing. And drivers want to win there. You have the fountain. It is an amazing, iconic track. Follow this route anymore because someone's getting pulled over. But then I think you have the last one that, at least at this time, is definitive, and in the past has been definitive. And also, my reasoning for these two being iconic, if you listen to Mark Knopfler's Speedway in Nazareth, these are 2 of the songs that he mentions, or 2 of the tracks that he mentioned very in deep. He's like, I went down in Gasoline Alley and I cried at Indy. Raced Long Beach, California with 3 cracked vertebrae. These tracks are important. Drivers risk so much just to race these tracks. Then currently, wow, another one. What in the world? It's not even that rainy out. How are so many people getting in accidents? Then currently I have Road America. Road America is a crown jewel at this time. It's just iconic. INDYCAR's been racing there for years. The best racing that goes on there, and the top-notch racing, might just be INDYCAR. And racing in the state of Wisconsin is historical. There is very few things better than racing in the Midwest. And outside of Indiana, I'd love to go to a race in Wisconsin. And I'm going to try and make that happen at some point in these next coming years, because all the tracks up there are just amazing and awesome. But also I'd go to any racetrack. So then I'm going to talk about at least 3 contenders. I might throw in another one. In previous years, especially when Laguna Seca was the championship finale, Laguna Seca was a crown jewel, and I think right now it's still sort of treated like one. INDYCAR doesn't list these as crown jewels. They only list the 2, really, and they're not even called crown jewels. But those are the tracks you want to win at. I think Laguna Seca is another one where everything there is iconic. So many different motorsports have raced there. So many different historical drivers have won there. So many historical things have happened there. And I think that is why it's still in contention. But I don't think that it is currently won. And I think that right now we have 2 main full-time road courses fighting for that 4th spot. I'm going to throw in the Indy Grand Prix. Still racing at the Brickyard, which will always be loved. But I don't think it's iconic enough. I don't think that it has anywhere near the same hype as the 500, which it doesn't. Anywhere near the same level of respect for the winners. But you've seen drivers unable to win at Indy, like Alex Palou, and he's still in the middle of his career, be able to win an Indy road course and be dominant. And that is what I love about Indy road course. And you see these teams that aren't great many other weekends putting all their effort just to be good at the Indy Grand Prix, like Ray Hall, like Ed Carpenter Racing. Especially these teams that aren't excellent at road courses, like Ed Carpenter, who succeed at Indy. Or Dale Coyne a couple years ago was doing really good at the Indy races. But what I would say is another one, and this is a historical track, which is why it's up here. So I have two more. I'm actually going to say the last one, which I think will be in a couple years if IndyCar markets it right. Right now I'm going to say Toronto. Toronto is a spectacle simply because it is the only international race right now. You go and win in Toronto, Toronto loves you. All of Canada loves you for the next year at least. You are Canada's #1 driver for the next year in terms of IndyCar. You show up and you won. And drivers like Christian Lundgaard getting his first win there, and so many different drivers being so successful there. Alex Palou with a broken wing, taking it across the line P2 a couple years ago, was amazing. And it shows the sheer determination. Yes, he was fighting for a championship then, and no cars could really pass around there. And I think they need to do a layout switch. But I think Toronto's iconic, but not near iconic enough, and not near as historical enough as my last track, which is, I think will be a crown jewel in the next coming years if they market it right, the Milwaukee Mile. Very few tracks have been in IndyCar this long. I think this year was like the 100th anniversary of the first year that they raced at the Milwaukee Mile. Or maybe it's just been open for 100 years. But it's a historical track. Everyone wants to win when you go to Milwaukee. And I think that's why it's good that they cut that down to one race. I'm going to miss that extra race there. I love oval racing. I love IndyCars on ovals. I love Milwaukee. But I think that if they market it right, this will go back to being a crown jewel. And then do they keep Road America? I don't think so. I think Road America is also on its way out. But right now it still has the historical significance. What do they market now? Market Toronto. Market the Indy GP. Or market my personal pick, Laguna. Laguna Seca should be treated like a Grand Prix, or not like a Grand Prix, should be treated like a crown jewel, or Portland, some other track in some other area, or even St. Petersburg. St. Petersburg is one of my favorite tracks. Treat it like a crown jewel. But my current list is Indy 500, Long Beach Grand Prix, Road America, and Laguna Seca. And we'll just wait and see how Fox markets these tracks. And I want to see especially how they treat Long Beach. And then we'll see how they treat the other ones later in the year. We know they're treating Indy like the biggest race in the world, which is great. But treat these other huge races like huge races, and you have a good one. So let me know your 4 crown jewels in the comments below. I think it's definitely at least 3. And Indy needs to at least market 3 crown jewels, but most sports do 4. But then there's also the Triple Crown. I don't know, y'all. But yeah, that's my list. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and come back tomorrow for my preseason predictions, and on Friday for my race weekend predictions for Indy Next and NTT IndyCar Series, along with Friday should also be my NASCAR weekend predictions. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and come back for those. Thank you all, and goodbye.